The house was quiet. It was a different kind of quiet. It was not the quiet of peace. It was the quiet of a storm that had passed. Leo and his sister Maya had fought. It was a big fight. A loud fight. Words were said. Words that could not be taken back. Now, they sat in different rooms. The silence between them felt heavy and solid, like a wall. Leo looked at his hands. He felt angry, but under the anger, he felt sad. Maya was his best friend. They shared a room until 2 years ago. They told each other everything. Now, they said nothing. He remembered her face before she turned away. She looked hurt. He did not want to hurt her, but he also did not know how to say sorry. The words felt stuck in his throat. Maya sat on her bed. She held her old teddy bear. A tear rolled down her cheek. She hated fighting with Leo. He called her a baby. He said her drawings were silly. Her drawings were her secret world. He knew that. Why did he say that? She felt a hole in her chest. The house felt too big and too empty without his voice. The next morning, the silence continued. They ate breakfast at the same table. They did not look at each other. Their mother watched them with worried eyes. She said nothing. Leo finished his cereal. He washed his bowl. He saw Maya's bowl was still full. She was just moving the cereal around with her spoon. He walked away, but he stopped at the kitchen door. He turned back. He walked to the refrigerator. He took out the milk. He placed it on the table near her, then left. Maya saw the milk carton. She always forgot the milk. Leo always teased her for it. He did not tease her now. He just put the milk there. She poured a little into her bowl. It was a small thing. But the heavy silence felt a little less heavy. Just a little. Later, Maya was in the living room. She was drawing. Leo walked in. He wanted to watch television. He saw her on the floor with her pencils. He stopped. He saw her drawing a spaceship. It was their old game. They used to draw adventures together. He sat on the sofa, not speaking. He did not turn on the TV. He just sat and watched her draw. She knew he was there. Her hand hesitated. Then she drew a second, smaller spaceship next to the big one. She did not look at him. She slid the paper slightly across the carpet toward the sofa. Leo looked at the paper. 2 spaceships. He stood up. Maya thought he was leaving. Her heart sank, but he walked out of the room and came back. He had a pencil from his room. He sat on the floor. Not too close. He took the paper. He drew a tiny planet near the spaceships. He slid the paper back to her. She looked at the planet. She added a ring around it. She pushed the paper back. They did not speak. They passed the paper back and forth. They built a whole solar system. They added an alien with 3 eyes. They added a friendly robot. They created a story without a single word. The quiet in the room changed. It was no longer a wall. It was a bridge made of pencil lines. Days passed. Their new language grew. Leo fixed the chain on Maya's bicycle. She did not ask. He just did it. Maya made 2 cups of hot chocolate one cold afternoon. She left one on his desk. He found it steaming there. He drank it, feeling the warmth spread inside him. He folded the empty cup into a small animal and left it on her pillow. They began to share spaces again. Leo would read on the sofa. Maya would draw in the armchair. The silence was comfortable now. It was filled with the sound of pages turning, of pencils scratching. Sometimes, Maya would show him a finished drawing. He would nod and give a small smile. She would smile back. It was enough. One evening, it was raining. The power went out. The house was dark and full of shadows. Leo found Maya sitting on the stairs. She was afraid of the dark. He sat down beside her. He didn't say, "Don't be scared." He simply lit the flashlight on his phone and pointed it at the wall. He made a shadow puppet with his hands. A rabbit? Maya watched. Then she raised her hands. She made a bird. The rabbit and the bird danced on the wall. They played together in the circle of light until the lights came back on. They never really talked about the fight. The angry words were left in the past. They were building something new. They were building a promise. A silent promise. It said, I am here. I see you. I care about you. We are still us. Weeks later, their mother asked, did you two make up? She was setting the dinner table. Leo and Maya looked at each other from across the room. Leo was holding a video game controller. Maya was choosing a book from the shelf. They both nodded. Good, their mother said, smiling, but their mother did not know the whole story. They did not make up with words. Words had broken them, so they used other things. They used a milk carton, a shared drawing, a cup of hot chocolate, a shadow on the wall. They used 1,000 small, kind actions. They built a new understanding, piece by piece. It was stronger than before, because now they knew that even when words failed, their hearts could still speak. The silent promise was the most important one they had ever made.